Ever since Himawari's baby Kurama was revealed, Boruto's Bijuu inheritance is now being questioned. Going by the logic of how the Ninetales came back, there should have been an equal chance for both the Uzumaki siblings to become his Jinchuriiki, or let's say a mergent for the new context. Yet it was Himawari who won this game and obtained a brand new broken power by fate. However, we cannot deny Boruto's affinity for Kurama, and since he was portrayed with the Bijuu form as well as the dual byakugan in an older artwork, it won't make sense that he did not inherit anything from his parents, while it could be because of the karma, as the seal overrides human genes with Otsutsuki DNA. What if I told you the Jougan is what Boruto's inherited power turned out to be? Metamorphosis is a process of transformation which typically changes the form, substance or structure of something. In this case, we have the fragment of Kurama's energy that may have turned into the Jougan inside Boruto's body. The theory would even prove why the Jougan is actually the godly eye of Shibai Otsutsuki, so just wait for it. The rebirth of Kurama, according to the beast himself, happened because there was a silver of his chakra inside Himawari, which led to his reincarnation inside her body. This means everyone in the Narutoverse who inherited a fragment of the Bijuu's chakra, be it the gold and silver brothers or the army of shinobis amped by Naruto, held an equal chance of having Kurama as their ally buddy. But since Himawari's chakra was the most potent, and it even made narrative sense to give her such a broken power, she eventually fused with the legendary ally of her father. But doesn't Boruto hold the same amount of chances as Himawari to be the wielder of the Bijuu chakra? Well, he was literally the Uzumaki who lost everything from his homeland, from his identity to the inherited power of his parents. But that's what the manga's part of the story tells us. If we take a look at the anime's storyline, which was supervised by Kishimoto himself, we have Toneri Otsutsuki speeding up the Jougan's awakening process, and even Urashiki telling us that something was done by the moon Otsutsuki to the offspring of the Byakugan wielder. In short, Toneri prophesied the Jougan's return and apparently did something to Boruto just to fasten its awakening before getting sealed. We know the chakra of Kurama must be intact inside Boruto at the time Toneri made his prophecy, or I should say when he did something to him that accelerated the Jougan's awakening. So what if he made his Bijuu chakra to influence his byakugan, which is how the Jougan was formed in his right eye? In other words, the QB chakra evolved the byakugan by concentrating its whole essence on the eye, making it go through a metamorphosis type of process. The Jougan, however, is an eye which is wielded by multiple Otsutsukis around the universe, meaning it's not unique to just Boruto. The proof lies in the shocking reaction of Urashiki when he recognized the Jougan at first glance. I'm pretty sure he has seen this eye somewhere else, which means there's another way for Otsutsukis to unlock this dojutsu. Assuming in Boruto's case, it's actually the Bijuu chakra concentrated with the byakugan. The same might be the case for the Otsutsukis who have entered godhood in the story like Shibai. The reason I think so is because after consuming thousands of divine fruits, the chakra of those planets must have filled the body of the Otsutsuki with really high concentration, and since it also contains the essence of 10 tails, it could have reacted with their byakugan and evolved them into Jougan. This is why an Otsutsuki was depicted with this eye. It takes a really high fixation of the 10 tails chakra to change a base byakugan into the divine eye, and in case of Boruto, it seems like the fragment of Kurama's chakra evolved the eye at a very early stage. Momoshiki also told Boruto he holds a lot of Otsutsuki chakra within, and this could mean that he has somehow unlocked a troublesome power, which is only possessed by the top echelons of the clan. So the QB chakra slowly mutating the byakugan into a more powerful eye might actually be the case here. Not to mention, Naruto inherited the power to sense negative chakra from Kurama, and the Jougan lets the user utilize a very similar ability. This yet another time hints at the pure eye being a fusion of the byakugan and the Bijuu chakra. Boruto gaining the power to sense unusual auras from people is straight up a thing conceived from Kurama, an escalated variant of this phenomenon that would explain the godhood of Otsutsukis is also very interesting. Boruto can only sense the negative chakra through his eye, but an Otsutsuki god's whole existence must be able to feel the frequencies of the universe. In other words, he could become one with the universal chakra, which is how he is able to use powers such as the omnipotence. Being one with everything in the universe would also teach the entity to understand how the universe works. And that's where the sensory part comes into play, which lets an Otsutsuki god connect with everything around him. A watered down version is unlocked by Boruto, since the Jougan might be a result of mutation from a single Bijuu's power. One more thing which adds fuel to this theory can be found in Toneri's prophecy about the Jougan. The Otsutsuki called it the eye that would guide Boruto in dispelling the darkness. And as we know, the yin-yang concept has been utilized in the story before. So what if the dispeller of the gloom and the darkness conveyors are just two sides of the same coin? It could be that the awakened Ten Tails would be defeated by the power of the Ten Tails itself, with Boruto and Himawari being the ones to carry out this endeavor. Himawari has fused with Kurama, and Boruto's pure eye could be an outcome of the Nine Tails chakra too. So just as metal breaks metal, the key to defeating these dudes could be their own powers. This might be why the show is called Two Blue Vortex, as both the siblings with same energy could be the main driving force of the story. At least till we get to see upgraded Kawaki in the story, and the Jougan's ultimate role would also be unveiled at that point. Apart from the Jougan theories, there is a good amount of chance for Boruto's Kyuubi chakra getting mutated with the Otsutsuki genes, and Momoshiki gave him the Kama seal. It must have overwritten 80% of his genetic data, which includes the fragment of Kurama's chakra as well. This means there could be some Bijuu power frozen under the karmic layers inside Boruto's body, meaning that there is a shadow Kurama living inside the protagonist, and it could be that at some point he would be given the original conceptual transformation that was coined by Kishimoto years ago. It would be cool to see him using never before seen powers and abilities under the disguise of a brand new form. So how likely is it for Boruto to have a shadow Bijuu inside of him? Well, the theory which disregards this possibility has something to do with Boruto's death, which might have taken away a lot from him. In the story's chronology, he lost his identity and everything through omnipotence. But there was something more greater than that he had lost when he was killed and revived in chapter 67. Momoshiki's karma may have overlapped all his original genes, but if you think about it, the death and revival twist literally made him get rid of everything that he obtained as inheritance. This includes a fragment of Kurama's chakra, which might have been destroyed once Boruto came back to life. Not to mention, it may not be a separate Kurama, rather just a silver of his chakra. So if it has not been affected by the genetic overlap, it must be there either fueling the Jougan or could have some even greater purpose in the story. Even though Boruto is a lot stronger right now, the reason for Bijuu related power-ups originates from his refusal to use Otsutsuki powers. He wants to be seen as a shinobi, as the identity crisis of being an alien demigod has vastly impacted his worldview. He is afraid of Momoshiki's karma for the same reason. So could it be that he will use the hidden Bijuu powers to incline towards a better future? He has already obtained a number of abilities throughout his 3-year journey, and I'm pretty sure there are more abilities that he has kept hidden under his sleeve. Even if he has this mutated Bijuu chakra inside of him, there is no way for him to be aware of it, at least for now. Mainly because of Momoshiki, who won't reveal any favorable card to the vessel. He never told him about the Jougan, so if there is anything hidden within Boruto that could make him extremely powerful, it's very less likely for Momoshiki to unveil that thing. Boruto getting charge of his Bijuu power could be possible if Kurama's rebirth has a secret attached to it. What if the Baryon mode divides the soul of Kurama into two parts, similar to how Minato and Naruto received half of the tail beast back in the day? The fourth Hokage used the Reaper Death Seal to seal the yin half of Kurama within himself, while Naruto received the yang side of the Bijuu. If something similar has happened between Boruto and Himawari, which is not unlikely since the show is about both the characters, then Boruto may be able to use the Nine Tails power in the future. In a nutshell, the silver of Kurama's power can turn out to be a huge plot point in the story. It can literally make Boruto the second human Bijuu, or more likely be the fuel to his Jougan awakening. The Bijuu chakra could be the key to Boruto mastering the Kama seal after being afraid to use it for so many years. The concentration of Kurama's chakra, if amplified, can instantly let Boruto have an upper hand over Momoshiki. If it's not the main reason for the Jougan's presence, it could still grant him the affinity to use his own powers without interfering with Momoshiki. But that's not all. The Jougan could even have ties to a character who appears to be anime only, but could turn around the whole plot of the manga's story. I'm talking about Niue, and you can find out more about him in this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stuff. I will see you next time.